Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and the rest of you. This is P3, the Perfect Package Podcast. It's time for another Perfect Package. I'm Chad.
It's your boy, Dave.
And joining us tonight from Malice, a podcast, it's Ariel. Hey, Ariel, how are you?
Hey, guys, I'm great. I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, we're glad you're here. We had a little chit chat before we started.
Yeah.
I've still got the giggles over it. You scarred Dave.
I'm not that easy to scar. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not going to be long term, but it certainly forced me to take a nap, reset, and get a nice stiff drink. But I will say that despite all that, I'm going to pre-plug. Listen to Malice, y'all. That shit will mess you up, but you will be engaged.
Thank you. I think that's about the loveliest thing you can say about a true crime podcast.
Oh my God. We are live once again from the edge of civilization as we know it. Ariel, you've sent me the most beautifully written bio I've ever seen in my life. I said, send me a quick bio. She sends me a short form novel of the lives and times of Ariel.
Begin my life with the beginning of my life. I was born in a small town.
I was born in a small town. A struggling artist was my father.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm so excited you memorized it.
And then I consolidated it down to Malice Podcast. Go.
It about sums it up. That's the important stuff, right?
It's just when we have a guest, it's awkward if we start chit-chatting and you're just sitting there going,
Yay me. Right. No.
But it's like we got to give you an introduction, It's like Malice Podcast. It's Ariel, it's your boy Dave, and then I'm Chad. I'm here. Chad's here.
We like having you here, Chad.
Dave had an interesting weekend, and he would love to share it with a true crime person.
Ooh, tell me everything.
So actually, what ended up happening was I got invited over to a friend's house. Proper social distancing, still in effect. We live in a state where our numbers aren't that bad, and also it was only 4 of us there, so chill out. But we've started up a themed movie night because there's not a lot to do right now, and movies are one of those things that you can still engage with. And so themed movie nights are kind of on the docket. This weekend was Clue, the Tim Curry vehicle. It was very fun. We had a great time. We played Clue while watching Clue, and everybody dressed up.
Nice.
So I had some people talking to me about it today because they saw the pictures from the evening where I was wearing my high school band jacket, because it looks very much so like the Singing Telegram Girls uniform.
Right.
So that was me. But we decided that either next time or to give me more time to prepare, maybe the time after that, to give me about a month to prepare. The next one is going to be a murder mystery evening. And so I was like, well, as Chad can tell you, I'm a huge nerd. I play a lot of D&D. I was going to write my own. I'm going to attempt to write my own, even though I've never done one before. This is going to be a horrible experience for my friends because they're going to get my inaugural murder mystery as one that I've written on my own instead of just picking up a, module or something. So I was going to ask you if you had any suggestions for like inspiration on a murder mystery type front so that I can get going in that direction.
That's tough. I don't, I do like creative nonfiction. I don't know. I would have to give that some thought. Let me chew on it for a bit.
Absolutely. We'll circle back around to it.
Okay.
But that was one I was just like, ooh, she's probably got interesting cases that have that you've researched. Just throw a wrench in the plans.
I definitely it's really weird the murder side of things. People are always like, you're so into like forensics files and all this like true crime stuff. Like, should I be worried? And it's like, guys, I don't have a clue how I'd murder somebody. Like, not a bit, right? Not to mention I'm not inclined to. That said, I really have given way too much thought about how to dispose of a body. So,
That seems to be one of those things. I'm gonna say it now.
what things exactly?
As you know, there are plenty of people nowadays who are into true crime things.
Mhm.
A lot of it comes from the fact that there are a lot of true crime podcasts, some
Sure.
good like yours, some not so
Um,
good. But I think that's one of those things that a lot of people end up thinking about is how would you get rid of a body? And
I
what do you think?
You really want to know?
What's your top contender?
Okay, so it's actually a process. Okay,
Okay.
it's not just a one-stop shop because there are all kinds of different things you've got to contend with. So, number one, don't wait until rigor mortis sets in. It's going to be too hard to chop up at that point. Okay, people think that you need to put a body in a freezer, whatever, to keep it, etc. Don't worry about that. My method, you won't need to do it. Okay, so you're definitely going to need plastic. Okay, definitely have a reason to have plastic at your house that's not related to, murder. And then, you'll have a place to kind of, after you've chopped everything up, whatever. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to get like an industrial size something that you can cook in. Okay. So then you're going to put the whole body, all pieces, all that stuff in there. Now, basically, it's going to turn into a kind of sludge, but the lye, like the fat of it, is going to separate. All right. This is where you open your Etsy store. You make that into soap. Boom, you're profiting off of murder. Now, the other stuff, the sludge, you're basically just going to put that in a sewer. No big deal, right? No harm, no foul. What you're going to have left over are bones, all right? Now, what you need to do, you're going to have to get another round with plastic, right? So make sure you're painting your dining room or something. So you've got the plastic, you got the bones. Now, what you're going to need is a mallet of some type, okay? You're going to pulverize the bone into dust. Now, be aware that human bone dust is actually toxic to people, so you're going to need a mask and you're going to need goggles, right? Those are things that can also be used in terms of painting your dining room. So again, alibi, got to be thinking all the time. So once you've painted your dining room and you've got bone dust, then you get yourself a pretty little urn. I can link you some on like Pinterest if you need, a little DIY project. So you get your little urn, you put the bone dust in there, right? And then this is the fun part, you get to hop a flight to Hawaii. And then once you're in Hawaii, you go to the top of the volcano and you're like, this is Grandma Sheila, and she always wanted to come here. And then you just spread it out all over the place. Done. Too much?
What's wrong, Dave? You look scared.
I'm thinking.
I'm
in my head. I'm writing the episode of one of those Law and Order / NCIS type deals, and I'm wondering where this falls apart. And I'm really I'm not finding it, but that's what I'm gonna stew on. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna think about that.
Yep. Now,
That's
the
pretty
one
good.
part that I have not thought through. What am I going to name the Etsy store?
Oh yeah, so you're selling soap, right?
What if I make it like baked goods scent, right? And then I can call it Cake or Death.
Cake or death. Cake or death.
Like the bit in Eddie Izzard, right?
Your Etsy store does have to have a name that is evocative. There's just way too many Etsy stores that are just
Right.
cutesy little names. You want something that's going to make people go, ooh, what's this?
Mhm.
And then they come in and they're like, oh, it's soap. Interesting.
Nice. Yeah.
Paper Street Soap Company. Fight
Shut
Club.
up, Jed. Shut up, Jed. All right. So what if they investigate your soap and they find the, I don't know, can they determine if the fats of a human being were used in the creation of the soap?
Nope.
Damn.
No remaining DNA.
All right.
I don't know. I'm giving
All right.
it some thought, bud.
Now, I guess the thing to overcome, of course, is the human element, the hubris. You've successfully gotten away with it. Have you done something silly like, I don't know, put some of that bone dust in your paint so that you forever are surrounded by, you know, just a little bit of the person that you took out? Or is this not a crime of, is this just you needed to dispose of a body, or is this like a psycho killing? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Fuck no, I'm not keeping anything. That's how you get caught.
That's what I'm saying. You got to overcome the hubris. I
Look.
feel like I wouldn't be able to.
Okay, listen. I'm not a serial killer, right?
Okay.
It's just a one-off.
This is a one.
Okay, for
How many
insurance
bars of
money
soap
or
can
whatever.
you
So
get from my body?
it being a one-off, I don't need a souvenir, right? That's not part of my whole process. So I could go without. Also, any of these tools and things that you can get, definitely just yoink them out of somebody's garage, like when you're taking a walk in somebody's neighborhood, not your own neighborhood. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't need like a list of things from Home Depot that's like plastic and gloves and bleach and, you know, like that. None of that's going to look real good for you. Not a good look. So
I guess the final question is, what happens when you discover that now you have a taste for it?
guess we'll find out.
When you start rolling in those Etsy bucks for
Because now you got to keep up the ruse, right? After you run out of the people soap, you got to keep making soap. And then afterwards, people are like, I don't know, your second batch wasn't as good. And now you're on the hook. You're like, well, I'm rolling all these extra dollars. I got to get someone else.
I think that's about the time that I start devolving and I end up with like a pit in the floor of my living room. Like lowering lotion down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's the answer I'm going to give. Next time somebody asks me why I haven't put lotion on I'm going out in broad daylight with like crusty elbows, and be like, it's so I don't get snatched and put in somebody's living room pit. They don't want this skin. It's ashy. That's why.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Man. Nobody wants that.
Nope. Not even a little bit. You don't want this skin.
Right.
Fantastic. No, I started to take notes, and then I realized that's also how you get caught. So
exactly. And see, the thing is too, you might be like, well, Ariel, you just told us all your tricks. So of course somebody goes missing that's adjacent to you, you're gonna get looked at, right? Darlings, it's as if I would tell you all my real tricks. But here's the thing. Who would be dumb enough to come on a live stream and tell you exactly how they get rid of a body? That's ridiculous.
That's definitely one of those things you tell the police where you're like, really? I went on a podcast, told everybody how I would do it, and then I did that exact thing. Stop.
Nope.
Come on.
This isn't some 50-minute drama, okay? This isn't going to be tied up nicely for you like that. Get out of my house. Oh, Lord. All right.
Oh my God.
Fair enough.
I love it. By the way, Ryan said, that sounds like the plot of a soap opera. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Good job. Good job, Ryan.
Well played. Well played, Ryan.
That's Ryan. Holy cow. I love
All
it.
right. So
tonight, we are going to be creating the perfect apocalypse bunker.
I'm pulling up my notes as we speak.
Yes. Ariel picked this one.
And I dig it.
Yes. So the caveat
Mhm.
is that we know that the end is coming.
Mhm.
The apocalypse is upon us. But we don't know exactly which version of the apocalypse we are going to get. 2020 has been a cluster, to say the least. So we have to build this bunker prepared for anything. That's my thoughts. And I think that we can add in that just so that we don't burn picks on dumb shit. I'm going to say that the obvious ones are already there. And just in case Dave has some dumbass picks, then I'm going to just say, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I won't single anything out. I'll just let you have your picks if you want them and burn your picks on dumb shit. That's fine. Any thoughts going in?
I will say that the idea of dealing with all of the potential apocalypse makes me think that this needs to be something that was planned in advance. Yes, this isn't like, oh, we're throwing together a bunker because we know in a month it's all done. Like some of them we're not going to survive if we only have a month to prepare. So are we looking at a long-term timeline of building this just in case?
I would think so, and that's why we have to be prepared for everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's mine's kind of set up where, you know, if we have to drop and go, all of mine are obtainable as a long play. You know, we get to the location, then we can piece it together. There's nothing in mind that is going to require a lot of pre-planning. It's going to be once we get to wherever we're going, this is what we can set up.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm definitely bringing some of the pre-planning to the table, so this should work in terms of putting this all together. Yeah, mine is the this is going to happen. How are we going to be ready for it type of situation?
All right. So, as tradition, to determine the order of the draft tonight, I would like to play a game between the two of you.
All right, Jigsaw.
And the winner will get to choose the order that we will pick in tonight. Now, what I've done is I have assembled taglines from famous movies.
Oh.
So it could be something that was on the poster, in the advertising, a tagline from a movie. Like "In space, no one hears you scream" was the tagline from Alien.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, Jaws 2. Something like that. Now, it could be any movie from the history of movies, but as we go along, a theme may emerge. So you can start kind of narrowing it down. So, Ariel, as our guest, you get to go first. If you don't get it, it goes to Dave. If he doesn't get it, that one's done, and we'll move on to the next. I have a few and a tiebreaker if needed.
Okay, preemptively, I'm probably going to lose. Just so
Okay, that's fine.
You would
Dave
think so. But
All
if
right.
previous games have told me anything, it's that I'm really bad at movies.
Me too. Oh, this is going
Awesome.
to take forever.
I hope you got a backup, Ted.
All right, here we go. Ariel.
Mhm.
The tagline is, how would the government of our planet prepare 6 billion people for the end of the world? ... They wouldn't. I'll read it again. How would the governments of our planet prepare 6 billion people for the end of the world? They wouldn't.
Legally Blonde?
That's a great guess. Legally Blonde. Yes, 6 billion people ready for the end of the world. Legally Blonde. I love it.
Did I get it?
No.
Oh,
No, that was
Um,
great. That was great. It was very wrong, but good. All right. Dave.
Only because it involves the plot of one of the films that I watched in preparation for this. I'm going to go with the John Cusack vehicle 2012, released in 2009.
That is correct.
look at you. See, I called this.
I watched a bunch of apocalypse movies to be ready for this. So
Right
With
on.
that-
2012 from the year 2009, starring John Cusack and more people than JFK. The point goes to Dave. Next one is for Dave. The coast is toast.
I think I'm sensing a theme here. I'm going to go with, what's the one? It's The Rock. San Andreas.
Ooh, very good. Very good. Destructive movie. Awesome. Incorrect. Ariel.
Oh shit.
The coast is toast.
God. Thinking as far back in the movie bank as I can. Let's go with Godzilla.
Dave likes that one. Dave likes that. That is incorrect.
No, you're kidding.
It is Volcano. Volcano from 1997, starring Tommy Lee Jones and a then sane Anne Heche.
Ooh.
All right. Well, can't believe I didn't remember that one.
Ariel, you're next.
Okay.
Heaven and earth are about to collide. Heaven and earth are about to collide.
Oh, The Notebook. Did I get it?
That is correct. No, I'm kidding. It's not.
Heaven and earth are about to collide. Oh. Is that
Look, it would have
just
been a good thing.
look, if somebody said that was a colloquialism for bumping uglies with Ryan Gosling, I'd believe it.
Look. Yeah. hmm We should
All right.
make that a thing.
Oh, can we?
Yeah. Let's
Do you think
make a trend?
if we just let Ryan Gosling know that we've decided that heaven and earth colliding is what we're calling it anytime he gets it on?
Yep.
I think he'd appreciate it. He'd move with it, I think.
For sure. For sure.
All right,
Yeah.
heaven and earth are about to collide. I'm thinking it's either an asteroid movie or it's a religious apocalypse movie. I'm going to go with religious apocalypse, even though I'm sure it's not the case, and I'm going to go with Legion.
Mm.
That would work in that too. It would
It
work.
would.
I was looking for Deep Impact.
No, it was an asteroid. God dang it.
All right.
Deep Impact 1998, starring Robert Duvall, Tia Leone, and Frodo.
Mm.
Frodo. Dave,
Yes, sir.
the pressure is building. ...
The pressure is building. Whew. Sounds like a long weekend when I have to you know what? Never mind.
I hear about that.
Never mind.
I told you.
Um,
but
Is
he's
this the drinking thing you were talking about earlier, Jack?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's got nothing to do with that. Pressure is building. That's gonna be a Volcano movie. We already got Volcano, so I'm going with Dante's Peak.
That is correct. That is correct. Dante's Peak, 1997, starring James Bond and Sarah Connor.
I love those actors.
All right. Ariel,
Okay. I'm ready. I'm going to get this one.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
For the people keeping score at home, Dave is in the lead with 2 points, and Ariel is here.
Yep.
This never happens. I'm quite proud of myself.
Your tagline is Earth. It was fun while it lasted. Earth. It was fun while it lasted.
Oh dear. Okay, I said I was going to get this, so I'm going to think really hard about it. Gremlins.
This would work for that. This would work for that.
Did I get it?
It is incorrect. What if I give
Oh.
you a hint?
Sure.
Okay.
See if that
I'll give you a
helps.
Okay. The tagline is Earth. It was fun while it lasted.
Hmm.
It was from the year 1998
Okay.
and starred John McClane and not Matt Damon.
Titanic.
Yes. Yes. That great Bruce Willis vehicle,
I have no idea.
Titanic. Dave, you want to bring it home?
Oh, what's the other one? Oh, 1998,
Yep.
starring Bruce Willis. I'm gonna go
Mhm.
with Armageddon.
That is correct. That
I
is
am gonna
correct.
throw myself under the bus here. I cheated because Missy put it in the chat.
It's okay. That's okay.
Because I couldn't get my. You remember those times when we play the games and I get a answer stuck in my head and it won't go away and it will not go away until I say it. I had
Mhm.
Space Cowboy stuck in my head. I was like, that's not right. It's incorrect, Dave, categorically. But
And then the tiebreaker was going to be, if you think you've seen it all, take another look, which is, of course, the tagline from Now You See Me Too.
God damn it, Chad.
It's the third time we've brought up that movie. Okay. Anyway, Dave, it is your duty tonight to choose the order of the draft. I'll remind you that we will do a serpentine draft. So if you pick last in the first round, you pick first in the second round.
As per usual, I'm gonna give our guest first slot to see where their head's at.
Okay.
Chad, I'm gonna stick you in the middle, and I will be going third,
Kidoki.
taking that hot
Right.
corner.
Hot corner. All right. The perfect apocalypse bunker. By the way, I wanted to say I loved in your bio that you said you could tie everything back to Ted Bundy.
Yeah, I sure can. In fact, I have a live stream weekly, and that's a game ongoing for giveaways. If you can stump me and come up with something I can't tie to Ted Bundy, then you get entered into a drawing for a giveaway. So far, no one's won.
Wow, that's amazing.
But
Because
we don't pick our
famously-
talents.
famously on this show, I have a knack of tying everything back to the Saw movies.
Hmm.
So-
Pretty good at it,
Nice.
Yeah.
and I'm just good at bullshitting.
I dig it on both counts. So
So I love it. Okay. Anyway, it is you have the I guess luck of being able to kick us off tonight. What is your first pick for the perfect apocalypse bunker?
okay, there needs to be a hydroponic growing system.
Yep.
I like it.
Not only can you get algae, which is going to, rejuvenate, make the air fresher and, keep oxygen flow going, but also you can grow fresh produce and weed.
The
Look,
more
I don't-
important of the two.
I mean, I don't smoke, but I'm here for the needs of others. So
I mean, as as we have in the past discussed situations where large groups of people have to be in a confined space
Mhm.
for extended periods of time, I would like everybody to just be cool.
Mhm.
And if that's what some people need to be cool, I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't mind it. I'm not judging it. Just never
I
had
know.
fun with it. So
Well, I will say this. You picking that keeps me from having to pick cages, so I can mark that off my list.
Because you're keeping
Cages.
everybody chill.
Yeah,
don't-
exactly.
We don't need the cages. So
Sweet.
All right. My first pick. I'm glad I got this one. Because I am going to go with our location.
Ooh, okay.
This is going to be a good location for most, and I will say that it is not the perfect location, but it is a damn good one to cover most of our bases.
Okay.
And I think we should make the trek and set up shop on Alcatraz.
Ooh, that's amazing.
It was built to keep things in, so why not use it to keep people out?
Definitely. Plus, it's spooky as fuck.
Yes, and it's haunted as fuck. We'll have shit to do.
okay. I can get down with this,
Mhm.
except for one single apocalypse situation, which is the tidal wave.
Yes,
We're fucked.
and that's the one that I know is
Hmm.
going to be if there's a tsunami. The place has been there for a minute.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be okay. There's tunnels underneath.
Mhm.
You know, we lock it down. We get in. We know it's coming. We get in. We lock it down.
Mhm.
Ride it out underground, and then come up. We've got to dig. We got to dig deeper because we don't know what kind of fallout's going to be out there.
Right. I mean, we have to look at everything from like nuclear fallout to like sodomy geese. I mean, we just don't know what's coming.
Sodomy geese.
Look, it's 2020, okay? We've already had like cocaine hogs and like murder bees. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Don't geese and ducks have those weird clasper dicks that are like all twisty and barbed and shit?
Probably.
God.
I haven't recently. It's been a while since I've researched geese and duck dicks. So
No,
forgive me.
no. These things are notoriously rapey and they have weird dicks. I don't need. Why would you put that image? You know what? I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Oh my god.
True story. I was once terrorized for a full half day on returning from New Orleans. I was on a trip with my boys. We go to New Orleans. We drive back. I drive a full 20 hours because the other people in the car just weren't about it. And so we get back. I'm at my buddy's house. He's got this little pond, retention pond thing that's got geese in it. And when I go to leave to go back home, geese are terrorizing me with one just big chest motherfucker out front who was like, "Where you going, bitch?" He's just honking and strutting. And I stayed in that house for an additional 9 hours because I wasn't about to get chased to my car like a bitch. Nope. I waited till he was gone and then I left. With some dignity.
That's it was truly the responsible thing to do for sure.
So fuck yeah. If Alcatraz is gonna protect us from the sodomy geese,
You're all in now.
I'm all in. Let's do it. Lock
Even
that
if
son
you
bitch
have to
down.
take a boat out there, huh?
Even if I have to take a boat out there, that's look. Deep water doesn't scare me as much as weird clasper dicks. So
Right. I'm with you. I co-sign.
so God.
All right, Dave. It's time for your first and second picks.
I just can't get this. I just can't get the idea of sodomy geese out of my head. All right.
Welcome.
All right. I'm gonna build off of what Chad said here. In that I do like the pick of Alcatraz as our site.
Mhm.
That being said, I am a firm believer that if this is global apocalypse, like this is full on potential end extinction event, we can't rely on a single site. That's a terrible idea. So while the one that we're preparing is here on Alcatraz with our ideas, this is not site alpha. Okay. We are not the premier site, right? There are plenty around in different places. There's going to be one in space because we just in case the Earth itself is uninhabitable and we need to, just be chilling out in space. It's going to be one in the deep ocean if we can get it set up. One in a mountain,
Okay.
different places. We're going to be the black site, right? Where nobody knows we exist because eco-terrorists, we don't want them blowing stuff up where they're like, the Earth belongs to the Earth, and they're trying to kill off the remaining people. We don't want them to know where we are.
Right.
If you watch the movies, those primary sites always have some sort of malfunction because they got their technologies too new and innovative, and they haven't worked out all the kinks yet. We don't want any of that. We want the tried and true bunker system. So this is not site alpha. It's one of many. And it's probably the one that's got the lowest technology, but the most reliable technology.
Nice. Okay. So you're talking like completely off the grid type location.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We're not tapped in with everybody else who's staying in communication and seeing updates on how things are going. No.
Gotcha.
We'll emerge one day, see how this thing works.
Right.
All right.
I get it.
And then my second pick to go along with that is we also have an Ark style bunker. So we're prepared to repopulate if we need to. We've got we've dug underground because we know in the case of a tsunami we got to lock everything up and try and survive that too. But we've got space for animals that we can repopulate. We've got medical facilities for the eventual repopulation. We've got that seed bank that they have in Europe somewhere that's got like all the seeds for all the plants that we've ever discovered. We've got extra samples of those. We're ready to get this thing kickstarted if we need to. We've got all the stuff. So our bunker's an Ark as well.
I like it. That's a good one. Mine are ridiculous now that I'm looking at.
Mine too. I'm thinking ideal though, right?
Yeah.
Like perfect.
Oh yeah.
All right. So my second pick is it's almost a trope of these style of movies. So one thing that I want, I don't care what it is, where it is, what site it's at, what bunker it's in. I want like a cabinet or something that has that one too big gun. The one gun that's too big. Remember Tremors?
Yeah.
And through the whole thing, you got the dad from Family Ties. And his wife is Reba, and here's hand grenades, and we got machine guns and assault rifles and a rocket launcher. And then when the thing actually gets into their house, he pulls out the elephant gun. And it's like he went from hand grenades to this ginormous gun that is just one shot kills it. Like, where was that the entire movie? They wait till the end of the third act to pull out the gun that one shot kills this thing.
That is a special gun. You can't just use that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. It would shorten the movie quite a bit.
Yeah.
That is one of those.
That one too big gun.
I'm
that's
into it.
That's my second pick.
I like the too big gun. That's good.
And it will have ammunition, Dave.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice.
Am I up?
You're up.
You are up. It is time for your second and third picks.
Ooh, okay. So I really think that this is important. A soundproof children's play area. I don't know if
You are
you have a lot of
speaking Dave's language.
I don't know if you have a lot of parents who are listeners out there, but we've been, in lockdown, quarantine, shelter in place. I have one child. She's amazing. She is my heart beating outside of my chest. And God damn it, if I don't get a moment of silence here and again, so help me. I need a place where I can just be like, baby girl, this is safe and silent. So I think that's best for everyone's sanity.
I agree with you. I
Okay.
agree with you on general principle.
Good.
But as the voice of there's the where we find one issue.
Okay.
My one issue is with one of two different types of apocalypses.
Okay.
So the first one is the alien apocalypse,
Right.
and the other is the religious apocalypse, in which case we have things that can get inside, and we don't know how they did it. And when they're in the kids' room, they've managed to infiltrate that room without any sound, and then they come screeching out of that room, and everybody's freaking out, like, how did they get in? And we didn't hear them coming. We didn't hear them coming. But I would risk that. I would risk that 10 times over if we have a room for the children to go where I don't have to hear them.
Yep. Look, it's worth the risk. Just
It's fine.
put it in the end out there. Yeah.
If the demons or the aliens sneak in through that room, we were fucked to begin with.
Whoops. Yep.
Exactly. Whatever.
Little Susie was 4. How attached to you were you anyway? It's
right.
4. How attached can you be to a 4-year-old? Anyway. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
What is your third pick?
Third pick. Yeah, I think there needs to be a theater.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Just big all out, like giant screen, just totally decked out. All the things. Because we're gonna need some distractions.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna
aside
I'm
from
gonna
smoking
my
weed and
recap.
fucking.
I'm gonna save for my recap something I had that was originally on my list.
Okay.
And I took it off, but I want to build on that, but I don't want to do it now. I don't know how Dave's brain's going to work tonight. I think I do.
All right.
But it's potentially a pick for you. We've been doing this for a year now. I think I'm starting to, get in your head a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. We cannot spend all of our time smoking weed and fucking.
Right.
Although great pastimes, both.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And there's nothing to say that we can't mix these three activities: smoking weed and watching movies. Great.
It depends
Smoking
on the
weed and
movies.
fucking?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Watching movies and fucking. It's a classic thing. People do that shit all the time.
Exactly.
I think it fits right in with all the other activities.
Yes.
I agree.
I like that. Goddamn. A theater. Theater.
Big one.
Yeah.
Big theater.
one.
Yeah.
We need to be able to socialize so people don't go crazy again. So I don't have to. We don't have to have any cages.
But if push
the cage.
comes to shove, we do have a soundproof room to lock Dave in when he's freaking the fuck out.
And I probably will at some point. Also, this is Alcatraz. We got built-in cages.
It's true. That's true. Yeah.
Like we don't have to repurpose. Yeah, we don't have to repurpose everything, but we could leave some of the cages.
Definitely. Motherfuckers be acting a fool. You got a place to put them.
Get in the goddamn cage.
Exactly.
And my first act as chancellor of the bunker is to rename the cells to cages. We shall not call them cells. I want you to know that you are being punished, not as a prisoner, not as a criminal, but as somebody who's acting a goddamn fool. Get in the cage.
Oh my god!
Oh God, this is fun.
You can come back anytime.
Anytime.
I may just start showing up with you, whether you want me or not.
Let's do it. All right. For my third pick,
Yeah.
I thought long and hard about this.
That's what she said.
I want a radio tower. I want a radio tower, and I'm going to play old timey music. And I'm going to be doing those, like Radio Free America updates. This is Chad from Alcatraz. And all right, hey, watch out for the mutants coming across the bay today. The tsunami's coming soon, so be ready.
I really, when you started talking about this, I didn't know which direction you were going, and I was like Jonestown? You're just blasting all hours of the day.
Jesus.
No, this is where people get their information and listen to old timey music during the end of the world.
I get it. It's fine. Yeah. I love it.
So is this started up before the end of the world? Like, are you one of those dudes that everybody thought was crazy, and then they're like, "No, we got to get to Alcatraz. I heard that there was a bunker there."
How do you like me now?
Everybody thought old Chad was crazy.
Now here I am, the voice of the new California Republic.
Oh boy!
Mhm.
All right,
reminding you to turn your lights off at night and eat your rations with a fork. I don't know.
Gentle reminder.
On the radio that people are like, what is he talking about? I don't know.
Just give gentle reminders like forks are for eating, not for stabbing. Reminders of where the children's bunker is. Soundproof.
Remember,
good information.
at cell block A, just past the commissary, you can find the childproof bunker. What the fuck? The soundproof child bunker.
childproof
Right,
bunker.
back in the cage.
Sounds like we created a bunker and then the kids are just locked on the outside. Sorry, bitches. You gonna beta test this thing for us.
That's how we make it soundproof. Inside, we put the kids outside. There you go, Dave. No unsupervised teens here.
That's the bunker for when the apocalypse is. All the children turn on everyone else.
That's horrifying.
Is that the Children of the Corn apocalypse?
There you go. And all you got to do is apparently put where you got to squeeze the knob before you turn it, and they'll never be able to get in.
There you go.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
All right, Dave. It's time for your third and fourth picks.
Okay. So my first two picks were reasonable. So a return to form. My next two picks are the ramblings of a crazy man. First, we need to ensure, again, my picks are all about ensuring the viability and continuance of the human race. Okay. And so in the case, so the other two are for any apocalypse. Now I'm narrowing down. And the one that scares me the most is the religious apocalypse, some sort of rapturing, right? Because there's too many religions, and what if I picked the wrong one, right? Or if I picked none at all? I'm fucked. So our bunker is equipped with all of the religious iconography. We're just covering all our bases just in case. Jesus shows up. Hey man, we got our chapel over there. Some sort of elder god shows up. We've got our, whatever. We make our sacrifices to, bomb F in the back. We got all of them. All right. So whoever shows up, we're cool with them. And we can be like, you can take us to whatever version of heaven we got. Or if, you're just going to kind of give everybody some sort of crazy mutant disease while you figure out what's up. We're good with everybody. We're good with everybody. We're ready to switch on the fly.
Nice.
Yep. And that's, just because who knows?
It's very practical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It means we also have to find at least one religious leader from all the things, which will be a really fun, week to have, where all of them are trying to convince you to come to their service, and it's like I'm not going to any of them until we figure out which one's actually, right.
Right. That'd be tough though.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some crazies. We're gonna have some crazies.
Yeah.
So how do you want me to write that one down?
I was wondering that too.
I have rapture equals all the religions. That's what I have written down on my page.
Okay.
After that, my next biggest fear for our apocalyptic ending is, of course, aliens. So for the aliens, we keep in stock at all times water, viruses, and all other kinds of benign biological weapons that won't affect us because we're used to them, but clearly would fuck up some aliens who had never been here before, and they don't have the antibodies. So we're gonna have the common cold in a little spray can, so everybody can just have a little pepper spray of whatever. So if an alien gets in their face, it's just like tss. Then they got the cold and they die immediately because they can't handle that shit. They've never dealt with a rhinovirus.
Yeah.
All those sorts of things. Mosquitoes, poison ivy, just things that you can hit an alien with and hope that at least one of them is just the thing that their alien biology can't handle. But everybody here is just like, okay, I was a little itchy.
I like it. What if we were to domesticate the sodomy geese? We could weaponize them against the aliens.
Look,
it's not a pick. I'm just piggybacking off.
Again, as Chancellor of the Bunker, I'm going to have to say, if you keep making suggestions like that, we're immediately going to throw you in the cages. All right. The sodomy geese are to be made extinct immediately.
Nobody appreciates Ariel. Nobody appreciates. Look, if they're on your side, then they're not going to sodomize you.
That's what everybody thinks until the sodomy geese go rogue. What if we're in this bunker for a long time and it's one of those plain old ones where we don't have to deal with aliens or whatever? We've got domesticated sodomy geese that are ready to attack and they got nothing to attack. What next?
They're defense measures then. I don't. I'm not really following.
You think we're going to keep the sodomy geese contained? You don't think that's the second act of this movie where the sodomy geese break containment at a key moment and we got to deal with those?
We have cages.
Is that to keep us, to keep them away from us?
If somebody's acting a fool, you throw them in with the sodomy geese.
Oh, God. We still have laws about cruel and unusual punishment.
Do we?
I think we
should. A brave new world.
Look,
I am with you, Ariel.
Thank you.
I am with you.
A voice of reason. I appreciate that.
Chancellor Dave, sit the fuck down. Get in your cage.
As the one guy, I can't remember his name, but I love him as an actor, says in 2012, we cannot engage in this new step for humanity by beginning it with an act of cruelty. Okay?
What is that? I can't remember what that is. Yeah, it's a good line.
Yeah, and I don't want to send people into the cages with the sodomy geese. That's too far.
Look,
too far.
Here's what I'm saying. These are the rules we set out. These are the consequences. I'm not throwing you in there. You're choosing to be in there. You break the rules.
All right, never mind. Chancellor Ariel ruling with an iron fist.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
All right.
I'm stepping down.
For
before
my
I'm
fourth
taken
pick,
out.
I'm
before
just
we
looking-
take any more of my picks, my fourth pick brought to you by Chad's radio station, whatever it may be called. In the courtyard, the former courtyard of Alcatraz, we need entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So for the pick that never was on this podcast from the this is for you, Ryan. We need a Hell in the Cell style cage in the courtyard. There are built-in bleachers, and whatever apocalypse this may be, we can capture the things in this apocalypse, put them in the cage, and people will be entertained by watching fights to the death between zombies, aliens, sodomy geese, people that spend too much time in the cages. If it's a super bug, if God forbid a virus wipes out the country, we go into an apocalypse. What if we put a bunch of people in this cage and hang a vaccine from the top of the cage and throw like 50 people in there? Are you not entertained?
It's a little battle royale. It's a little Lord of the Flies, but you know what? It would be entertaining. Absolutely right.
Yes. Weekly, if not nightly, steel cage matches to the death.
Dave, you look really bothered, as we're going forward with this.
I'm just saying. I thought we were out here expecting that on a day-to-day basis, the primary entertainment we have is smoking, fucking, and watching movies. And now I learned that we also have gladiatorial cage matches between all of our enemies and also those of us who can't act right.
You broke me. I'm not even drinking.
If I had known we were gonna go full Roman Empire in this bitch, I would have had very different picks.
There's still time.
I mean, I got one left, but I don't know what to go with now because I'm like, well, shit. All right. I mean, I'm not saying no.
I'm sorry, Dave. You know how this show works. You've been here for 46 episodes.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no. I just wish I'd been informed of this before we got in the bunker because I would have made flyers. All right.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
I'm just trying to stay out of that pit.
Your own underground bunker separate from everybody.
No, I don't want a separate bunker.
You can go stay with the kids.
I sure as hell don't want to be in the kids' bunker. As a matter of fact, separate
Spoilers.
from
There's an unattended door in the soundproof kid bunker that empties into the cage.
just in case.
Just in case.
If shit goes sideways, we just open that door and then they run into the cage, and then whoever's attacking us, we're like, holy shit, are there a bunch of kids killing each other in there?
Look, some of those kids are probably assholes.
This is true. And if we get some Mad Max style raiders that are covering the earth and they show up and they're like, oh shit, we were going to raid you, but we kind of just want to live here now. You got cage matches with kids? Yeah.
And if you come back on Tuesday, we have sodomy geese.
Exactly.
We got to
It's a
keep those
little
away from the
extra,
kids.
but
We got to keep those away from the kids.
definitely. Yeah,
I'm not a
no,
monster.
those two things don't mix.
We're
That's
not-
a
we're-
big matter.
We're not trying to get canceled. All right. So everybody
No.
listening, the sodomy geese and the children are kept far, far apart. All right.
The
That's why the
furthest
sodomy
apart.
geese are only there on Tuesdays.
Only
Exactly.
two.
Otherwise, we release them out into the world to, fight our battles.
Exactly. Yeah. Estimate our enemies.
God.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to assume with this kind of society, we have enemies, right?
Oh, most certainly. Even if
Okay.
it's just the other bunkers who have actual, like, we're the only ones who have all the religious iconography. So all the other ones are just like, these goddamn degenerates, and they want to wipe us off the face of the planet. And we're just like, whatever, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck you, hail Satan. I'm not trying to die if he shows up. But also, Jesus, we cool, man. I said sorry. I believe your book says I can do that, and we're cool.
Right.
No take backsies. It's bullshit.
Yeah, don't judge me. The Bible says not to, okay?
He died for my sins. We're good.
My sin was cowardice. I saw the devil. Have you ever seen the devil? That dude's fucked up. Scared the shit out of me.
We
I
play
was ready
his
to say
music
anything.
on my radio station.
Yeah. He I thought he was gonna be way cooler too. I started playing like some Metallica backwards, and he was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, I thought it was a thing. I don't know.
Oh my God. All right.
I don't even know where we are now.
Broken Ariel, it is time for your fourth and fifth picks.
Oh, both. Okay. So I think you're gonna pick up on a theme here for me, but a fully stocked bar. I mean, like
You are
all
one of us. One of us.
Because look, like I said, not really into. I don't really dig weed. I'm super happy it's gonna be there though, because like again, get your chill.
Mhm.
But yeah, I can booze with the best of them. So
And I
I think
mean,
it's a nice little, yeah.
with your hydroponics lab, we can also grow fresh hops and barleys and grains to continue making our booze.
Absolutely. And that means that, look, if you're a hipster, you can continue being a hipster in the apocalypse.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed in.
Okay. All right. I'm good with that.
Yeah, we have a strict no man bun policy.
I will fight to the
refer
death.
to those as bitch biscuits.
Bitch biscuits. Okay.
That is perfection.
As I am no longer chancellor, as that's clearly Ariel, I will offer to fight in the arena for the right to bar hipsters from the bunker. I will put my life on the line for that policy, or I will offer to fight any hipster who decides to come in. And if they can't best me in unarmed combat, they got to go.
I could go either way. What if hipsters are the apocalypse? Oh,
Yeah, Ryan.
I was not prepared for that
What
one.
if hipsters are the apocalypse?
Then we just tell them that apocalypse is mainstream now, and they'll fucking cut it out. Done.
Done.
Yeah. So cool.
We don't need to build bunkers. Let's throw modern technology at them, and they'll fucking melt like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh my
Show
God.
them a bike with more than one gear. Oh.
Oh my God. All right, Ariel, what is your final pick?
Okay. Chris Hemsworth.
I'm not going to complain.
God damn, man.
Just
I said a too big gun, and you're bringing fucking Thor in here.
Yep.
God damn.
I don't think I even have to explain that one.
no, not really. No.
I get it.
Mhm.
I think my list was pretty solid.
I think
Holy
so as well. Chris Hemsworth is pretty fucking solid.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean,
He's around for if you accidentally walk into the sodomy goose cage.
oh
He
yeah.
gives you a hug. I think you'll be okay afterwards.
I'd be a fucking slip and slide over here, boys.
We're at a WD-40. We need Ariel and Chris Hemsworth.
I almost had Coke.
Blow that Coke Zero right out of her nose.
It's supposed to go the other direction. Oh, Lordy.
All right.
Hell yeah. Chris Hemsworth.
No explanation needed. I
None.
agree.
None. I'm on board.
Whew, man. Whew. I gotta take a moment to compose myself on that one. All right.
Cool down a little bit.
For my final pick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is kind of, a couple of my picks have kind of bumped into everybody else's, but I'm glad you did a hydroponic garden.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Now, I had a garden as well, but mine was very, very specific, more specific than yours. So I'm going to keep mine on my list here, and I'm going to say it's a secret garden, not like the book, but it's not that secret garden. It's a top secret garden, and it is specifically to plant the seeds that I get in the mail from China.
What?
Because the government Dave's concerned. Hear me out. The government has been twiddling their thumbs for months on the coronavirus, but they were quick as fuck to tell us not to plant the seeds that came in the mail from China. Why?
So you just want a separate garden to find out what the fuck's up with those seeds? That's it?
Exactly. Because it must be good because they don't want us to plant them. That's all I'm saying. There's something in those seeds.
So Chad is the one that gets.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant those seeds. And every day when I go out and water them, I'm going to put a couple of pennies in there because I think it's linked to the coin shortage. So we're going to put pennies in with the seeds, and we're going to grow the seeds that came from China in the mail. Because I want to know what why the government doesn't want us to plant them.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So clearly the first one going in the cages. First one going in the cages is Chad when we find out he's got this secret garden.
Can you just put a sign on it that says the secret garden?
And it's right next to the seal cage. It's in the open. Everybody knows right where it is. It's the top secret garden. There's just pennies strewn everywhere, and each seed is marked with a little Chinese flag.
When people ask, people will ask, and we'll just be like, that's just Chad's little special garden. We don't bother him.
Shh, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up, please.
Don't talk to him about it. Don't indicate that you see that room at all.
The first rule of the bunker is we don't talk about the secret garden.
Trust me, don't bring it up.
Good God.
I'm sorry. The government's got something going on with those seeds, and I want to know what it is. We're planting them in our bunker.
Why inside? Why not outside?
No, it's outside. The steel cage is outside.
Okay. Okay.
So are the children, right?
Yeah, they're in the cage. I mean, they're no, they're adjacent to the cage.
God.
Soundproof.
This is going to be the ever unique happening apocalypse.
It's not like I'm having the kids plant the seeds.
That's not a bad idea.
Not a terrible idea, honestly. I'm not against it.
No, Dave, it's my garden. The kids aren't planting the seeds.
Sorry, you know what? Honestly, I don't know what garden you even talking about. I've not seen any doors that lead to any gardens. I
You
don't.
see it on the plans here? No, you don't.
No, I
Don't worry
don't
about it.
actually. Weird. So I'm just gonna.
Did I get any mail today?
No, Chad, you didn't. We don't.
Yep.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Carry on. If you need me, I'll be up in my my little radio station.
All right. So for my last pick, I'm going with our necessary trap. Okay? Because we have weed. We got movies, we got cage matches.
Mhm.
We got spending a bunch of time trying to figure out how we're going to ignore the secret garden. We got children to discipline and potentially push off of the island. And so we've got plenty of things to do, but somebody's going to go stir crazy. We're going to throw them in the cages.
Right.
They'll pretend like they're okay, and we'll let them back out. But I want to catch the people who are smarter than that. I want to catch the people who are devious. And so I want an elaborate, heavily secured, deep underground, probably on the the lowest floor we can possibly get, maybe separated by a series of tubes and all kinds of shit. I want a room. And in that room is just a panel with a button. And I want to spread a simple rumor that is our failsafe. That's this experiment went awry. We got to clean this situation up. This is going to blow up our whole facility. It won't. But I want people to think that so that we can find the people who are going to spend all their time trying to figure out how to get down there because they've decided that this experiment has failed and we got to blow everything up. And when they get down there and they press the button, they'll get a short message that says, "Good job, you did it," and then a bullet in the brain.
Can you call us? You make Jesus.
Anybody who tries to get around the policies and the protocols to actually figure out, okay, maybe you have issues. Maybe you think it's not right that we sent the children into the cages. Maybe you think it's not right that we made the children go into the arena. Okay, bring that up with, the chancellor. That doesn't mean that you get to decide unilaterally that this experiment is over and we all need to be blown up. Fuck you. I'm glad you made it all the way down here. You could have been a boon to society when rebuilt. You clearly have goals and you're really good at figuring stuff out. And, you have some sort of athleticism because how you got through the laser grid, really impressive. Catherine Zeta-Jones couldn't have done it that well. But ultimately, you are a liability. So congratulations. Bye.
I love that you deliver the message before the bullets in the brain, like just to add that extra little oomph, in the message.
Now, it's up to you, Chancellor, whether or not we display the body for others to see what happens if you fuck around.
Just the head.
Just the head. See? Okay.
Yeah, the rest of it we're gonna boil and make soap.
We play the closed circuit video of the headshot in the theater.
Exactly.
When nobody's
it's all
expecting
coming
it.
full circle. The whole conversation is coming full circle. We get soap out of it. We get, I mean, I'm not a big fan of long pig myself, but
could be
whatever.
Good.
I mean,
I've never tried it, but
me neither.
It's an experience, and I'm willing to engage with that experience at least once.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum.
Very true.
Oh.
Very true. Of course, there is the potential that I try it, and then I'm the next one in the arena because, whoops, Dave's addicted to people. Sorry.
Yeah, you have a point.
So we got to be careful of all these things, obviously.
It's a slippery slope. Yeah,
it really is.
We don't want this to turn into nuclear fallout. We're hiding away, but also murder fallout because we all like eating people.
Yeah, like they eventually come to tell us that everything's stabilized and we can return to our lives, and the only one left is Chancellor Ariel. A lot of soap.
And just blood. Okay.
Yeah. They're like, we left. This happened 5 days ago.
I don't know, guys.
All right. Oh boy.
To recap,
All right, let's hear
Ariel,
it.
you went first.
Yeah.
You took a hydroponic growing system,
Right.
a soundproof children's play area,
Yes.
a very large theater,
Mhm.
a fully stocked bar,
Yep.
and Chris Hemsworth and extra towels.
Fuck yes.
I went second. I set up shop on Alcatraz, made sure we had a 2 big gun, a radio tower playing old-timey music, and yours truly as the host. Steel cage death matches offered weekly, if not nightly, in a top secret garden full of pennies and seeds mailed to me from China. Dave, you went last. We have multiple sites with you, including an Ark-style bunker, 2x2, a religious safe haven, a relatively benign biological warfare armory for aliens, and a big shiny red button.
Yep.
Big old red button.
Did we leave anything on the board?
I did have a rudimentary test for when you come into the bunker, which is we hand you a mask and ask you to put it on, and if you say no, we push you out into the ocean again. No.
Put them in the cage.
Not putting them in the cage unless we're holding them for the cage matches.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, push them in there with the geese.
Okay, yeah. You refuse to wear a mask, you go into the goose cage, and then the cage match.
And then if you make it out, then you can work in the garden.
Oh.
The secret garden.
Yeah. And we'll give you if you're not wearing if you refuse to wear the mask, you probably are into conspiracy theories anyway. So we'll go ahead and cede that one to you, and you can handle yourself. Keep you occupied, and then we don't have to worry about you for a while.
Exactly. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think all of these are really practical choices.
So the one I had for that would play well with your theater is volumes of old VHS tapes
Mhm.
of recordings of Bill Nye the Science Guy, who's going to teach us how to rebuild our society
Yes.
through his informative lessons and demonstrations.
I'll take it.
I'm so here for it. Yes.
I think we gather everybody together like once a week, do a Bill Nye marathon, maybe a Bob Ross marathon, get people painting. And, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. We need to throw in Neil deGrasse Tyson too. Somewhere.
I'm going to make a request for Magic School Bus because
When you're reading Rainbow too.
oh hell yeah! Look,
I love LeVar Burton.
Miss Frizzle is my first celebrity crush, and I always wanted LeVar Burton to be my dad. So
Yep. I mean, I would say same, but I'd be lying. But also, I understand. So
yeah.
God damn, that is a fucking good episode, man. That was a lot of fun.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
As per usual, our space is probably, honestly, I think it would work. I think all of our elements would create a very stable system. Maybe not one that a lot of people agree with on principle, but I bet all the other sites out in space and under the ocean,
Mhm.
they're going to be bored and going crazy within a week.
Oh, for sure.
And they'll
Yeah, ours
probably
is gonna
actually
be
attach nukes to their button.
ours is gonna be what's up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you come in here, prepare to be itchy at some point, but you'll get used to it.
Yeah. So,
Oh, sorry, one
Ariel?
more.
oh,
I did at one point consider banning condoms. Again, for the repopulation of the planet, we need to make sure that people are not being safe.
Fair.
all right. Ariel, seriously, you are welcome back anytime. We need to talk because we've got October coming up. We're talking some spooky stuff. So
Great.
we'll definitely bring you in for one of those. That'll be a lot of fun. You just moved up on our priority list as far
I
as
Hell yeah.
love it. This was so great.
you're right up
Cool.
there with Anthony and Doc Issues from Capes on the Couch. So
Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony. But that will do it for this week. Ariel, go ahead and promote yourself.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, if you were entertained by this and you also like really horrible things that happen, but want to understand why they happen, that's really the purpose of my show is, like I said, my background's in social psychology. And so I'm really looking at like, what are all the factors that come together to create violent offenders? And yeah, you can find me, email me at malicepod@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at Malice Podcast, Instagram at Malice Pod, Facebook, just search Malice Podcast. Yeah, so I'm around and I really, really like interacting with listeners. So, hit me up.
Nice. And it looks like in our chat right now, my mom likes you too. So
Oh, thank you, Marcia. So sweet.
she doesn't like Dave. No.
We have a very special relationship that I don't like to flaunt in front of Chad, so we will not
Yeah.
talk about it right now.
He showed his ass to my mom
Oh
on a
no.
live stream.
I did.
He did. Guilty as charged. Dave, what parting thoughts do you have for us this week?
I suppose for the purposes of surviving an apocalypse, not everybody's going to be allowed into the bunker, or not everybody's going to make it to a bunker. Just remember that. So potentially prepare yourself for all the possibilities in your own home. Have an altar to Satan. Have your Jesus piece hanging around your neck. Read the Quran and the Torah. They're pretty similar because, in case you didn't know, the big three are based on the exact same God. So have fun with that one. Aliens don't give a shit about us, so don't worry about them. If trees decide to uproot themselves and beat you to death, thank someone else. I don't know, maybe hug a tree tomorrow. Don't put a sweater on it. That's weird. And then beyond that, do your research. Find out what animals around you have weird class predicts and shoot them as soon as the apocalypse starts, so that they don't become irradiated mutant beasts that come to attack you. So.
But if they do that, put them in the cage and watch them fight to the death.
Exactly. Have yourself a nice pit and capture them, and you can have your own mini fighting pit in your very own backyard.
Sorry, Dave, I'm going to do it for you. Shut the fuck up, Sam. We're trying to finish this up.
He almost made it. He almost made it to the end. Oh, Lord.
Holy buckets. All right. That's it for this week. Thank you again, Ariel, for coming to play with us. You're welcome back anytime. We are at P3 Show across all platforms. P3show.com is the website. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe if you can on your listening drug of choice, and tell your friends about us. And as always, until next time, if there is a next time, we'll talk to you then.
Deuces.
Bye.